Hello everybody and welcome to Esoteric UHC Season 10. We reached the Grand 10 for, I think, 1.5 years or something. I don't know. Welcome everyone. We've been doing a lot of vanilla seasons of UHC. If you don't know what UHC is, it's a game mode originally created by Mindcrack in which you cannot regenerate health naturally. The only way is to heal is a golden apple or a healing potion or kill an opponent and get their golden head. But we've been doing a lot of vanilla seasons lately, and therefore we decided to change it up in Season 10. We are, as you can see, on an amplified world, which has crazy terrain generation. Brody won the Dragon Rush season. Yes, that is very much correct. But also we have red versus blue, which means there's 2 teams, and these teams are also mystery teams, so that no one knows who is on what team. At the end of episode 1, everyone will receive a wool in the color of the team that they're on, and when they meet someone in the world, the idea is that you show them your wool, and if you're on the same team, you can team up and hop in a call, and if you're not on the same team, well, you can either fight or you can try and run. Tricking is not allowed, so you're not allowed to get a different color wool. I mean, you're allowed to get a yellow wool and show it, but that's not going to do much. But you're not allowed to get the color wool of the other team. Yeah, you get 6 wools, so you can get a banner, so that you can put it on your shield. Be careful that when your shield breaks, you don't get a new one with the color on it. So that's maybe good to know. For this season, we have the same rules as otherwise, like what daytime permaday. I can't speak English anymore. I've done too many seasons of this. Permaday is on episode 5. There you go. Meet us at episode 7, which means that if you haven't found a teammate yet at episode 7, you're probably gonna find your teammate then, or maybe an opponent. I hope the first for you. Horses are not allowed. Fire weapons are not allowed. Is there anything else important I'm forgetting?
World border.
World border is a little smaller than usual. It's I said amplified at the beginning. I think it's at 900, so that means it's 1800 by 1800 world size. Bookshelves are allowed, but don't overdo it. If you know you're a strong player, then don't just go ham on everyone. I think that's mostly it. No fire or flame. Camping at meetup, I mean, what is camping really? Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna sit on top of this spire here at meetup and not come down, then yeah, probably should avoid that. But I'm not opposed to episode 8, but to try and make it an enjoyable episode. Do fight and do not hide the entire time, like some people do in charity UHCs. Good team. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. We also have split spawn, so everyone will get spawned separately. I think that was kind of implied by saying that if you find a person, you have to show them a rule. So I think that's it. I wish everyone good luck then, and yeah, die in the fire.
Luck.
I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna win. I can't die. I physically can't die. I'm winning.
Cabbage chocolate.
Cabbage chocolate.
Cabbage chocolate.
Oh,
Everyone enjoy.
Before we go, we have a spectator. Cody is spectating. So if you want to see a bit of everyone's perspective, go to Cody's channel.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, thanks all. I'll see you either on the edge of my sword or something. Cool.
Oh, but that's awesome.
Wow.
Dang, great.
Thanks.
Check
What the fuck is this? How do I even begin? Welcome. Welcome to Esoteric 10. Oh, I'm not risking jumping down that. That's crazy. Welcome back to Esoteric UHC. This is my first recorded one in a while. I streamed the last one. I did upload it to YouTube, but this is the first one I'm actually getting a chance to record in a little bit. I can break this one down too, and this one. Okay, that'll do. We gotta make some progress here. Gotta make our way down slowly. So, if you didn't listen into the intro, which I don't blame you for, it's I know some people don't tend to listen into those things on recording sometime, but I'll explain everything real quick. We are doing amplified terrain, as you can clearly see here. In addition, we are doing what do you call it? Red versus blue. So it's not free for all. I do indeed have a team. If that was fake snow, I was about to be very mad. So we do have a team. We just don't know who is on that team. I'm trying to get like the lowest I can here. Oh boy, this is bad. Okay. So yeah, so we don't know who's on our team. It's mystery red versus blue. We'll be getting our wool at the end of this episode. I think it's like a banner. So I think like we're gonna get a banner and we can add that banner to our shield. And from there we can, well, try and find our team and try and meet up with them. It's not Mumble. Whoa, for some reason I just wasn't shifting there. Oh my god, that was close. It's not Mumble, which is good because I don't really like Mumble. If it was Mumble, I wouldn't have been too happy about this, I'll be honest. I probably wouldn't have played. I'm not a huge fan of Mumble. I like watching it, but playing it's not really my thing. I think from here, I think I'm okay to jump down. If I'm not, this is bad. Oh, we're lucky. Alright, we can actually play the game now, guys. So, yeah. I have no idea what team I'm on. I'm hoping that I can be on the blue team. For no other reason other than it's my favorite color. It's blue versus red, as I said. I hope it's I hope I'm on the blue team. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've had to do single solo commentary. It's been a little bit, so my commentary is nowhere near as good as it used to be, unfortunately. I've been very busy with a lot of things, but I guess I can talk about that sort of stuff while I'm here. So, let's see. What have I been up to lately? I've gone back to uni, which surprised me a little bit because I wasn't expecting. I wasn't too sure if uni was gonna come back on this year due to the whole situation in the world, which likely has not been changed since the time of this uploading. I highly doubt that has been fixed, as much as I hope it has. The situation in the world right now with the virus, pandemic, and all that stuff. Wasn't expecting uni to be up to be back open, but I guess I was wrong. I'm kind of glad that it is back open though. There's a bed because sheep don't drop wool in this. But I'm glad it is because I don't know what I would have done with myself this last year. I've got absolutely no idea what I would have done in my life for the next year without uni. However, I've also been very distracted recently, and the online learning and stuff, I really haven't been enjoying it. I see an oxide daisy, and you know what those do. Oh boy, I want that. Where are you gonna go, guy? Are you up here? Is he? Where is he? I want the oxide daisy, but I also want the spider for string. There he is. Oh no. 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 Okay. Yes! Success! 1 string. So yeah, I have not really been enjoying the online learning at all. I really thought I thought I'd be okay with it, but honestly, I haven't been. I've been really struggling with it. And I know for a fact that I'm not the only person in the world that's been struggling with it either. It's definitely not my type of thing. And I've definitely been distracted ever since it started. I've also recently gone back into the Survivor scene. If you don't know what Survivor is, it's a TV show. However, a lot of people have made their own like online survivors through like text and Minecraft and things like that. And this is really... Oh, is my... Hang on, sorry, give me a minute. It's been a little bit for me. There we go. Oh yeah, I have Optifine, so I have dynamic lighting. I hope that's okay. I'm pretty sure it is because I used it last season. But yeah. Yeah, I've recently gone back into the Survivor scene, and I've been watching a good bit of the Australian Survivor series because for me being in the UK, the American version is pretty difficult to watch. It's pretty difficult to find the seasons. But the Australian version is actually a lot more accessible for me because the episodes are all in Dailymotion. Some people have uploaded them, which is really cool. I think there are some American seasons on there as well, which I'll be getting to once I've caught up with Australian Survivor. There's also a lot less seasons of Australian Survivor. I think I've literally at the final tribal council of the season of the 2018 one. I think I think I'm on to the 2018 one. I'm on the last tribal council of that. So like they're like just trying to decide who's gonna win the whole game. I was actually just watching it before coming into here, so I don't know who's gonna win yet. I can talk about that a little bit throughout the solo commentary though, so I'll probably be doing that a little bit. But as I said, some people also host text versions of those survivors, and I've recently participated in my first one in over a year. It's been a year. Oh, sheep just straight up dropped no food either. Jeez, I thought maybe they dropped food still, but nope. Yeah, I used to play them a little bit back a year ago or so, but stopped playing them after a while. Took a break, just because they got to my anxiety a lot. They are pretty anxiety inducing, at least for me. I do know that some people aren't as affected by that as I am, but I know I'm pretty badly affected by it. It's just personal preference. It's just personal to me. But I figured I'd throw myself into the deep end and play another one. Figured I'd give it another go. And I actually really did enjoy it. My anxiety was definitely a lot better this time than it has been in the past. Although, it did definitely get kind of rough towards the end. I just went out yesterday, at the time of this recording, in 6th place out of 24 people. And I have to say, it was probably one of the better games I've played. So if you don't know how survival works, I guess I can explain a little bit here. Let me just make an oven real quick and do some cooking. I'm a little worried about mobs spawning in like the darkness around here, so I'm a little bit anxious, but we have to get some wood here regardless. Let me try and explain Survivor in the simplest terms I can. So you start off with, let's just, I will just explain my experience. So we start with 24 people in a Discord. And you are split into tribes, like teams, basically. For R1, we were split into 4 teams of 6. And in those teams, you have to make social bonds with everyone, make connections, and you have to compete in challenges against the other teams. If your team wins, then you're safe, and you can't be voted out. But if your team loses a challenge, then you and the rest of your team have to decide who to eliminate. You guys go to a thing called a tribal council, which I talked about earlier, which is basically the elimination area. And then you'll have to vote one of your own members out of the game. And at the end of it, whichever contestant gets the most votes from your team gets eliminated and is out of the running. So that's how that works. It's a game about loyalty to an extent, but it's also... Hey there, whoever you are. I don't know who you are. Oh, it's Bunny. I guess we spawned on the same mountain. Hey. Because we were, I think, the 2 people most high up. I think we both spawned at, like, stupid high Y levels. I don't want that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's how survival works. It's a game about honesty, but it's also a game about deceit, because you will have to lie to someone at some point in the game. Like if someone says, like if the person you're targeting to eliminate says, "Hey, you voting for me?" You can't just go up to them and say, "Yeah, I'm voting for you." Like that's not gonna do. That's not really the nicest thing to say. Oh, why did I do that? I need that. It's about blindsiding people, because in the end of the day, the goal of the game is simple. You want to make the right moves, take out the big threats in the game, who are making the most connections, making the best moves in the game, taking out the strong challenge threats, taking out the strong social threats who are making connections with everyone, and you want to impress the jury at the very end. I will get to that in a little bit. I think we just cave here because I'm a little bit anxious about anywhere else. We haven't really done much this first day, but that's okay. I'll spend a good bit of time doing stuff, doing stuff in the next day anyway. Now we'll just hide out here. So after a couple of tribal councils, we might get into some. You might get a tribe swap, and the tribe swap is a twist in the game. The basic concept of it is you swap tribes with everyone. So you will likely end up with someone from your old tribe. The way ours worked is I think we went into the tribe swap with 2 people from our tribe. I mean 4 people from our tribe, 4 people from another tribe, and then the other 2 tribes had all 6 members still. And I think each tribe was evenly divided in half. When the tribe swap hit, so we got swapped in from 4 tribes into 2 tribes. Now, it's not always going to be like that. Sometimes you might be left alone. Sometimes you might be with more people than you might be expected. You might get lucky and you might be swapped with people you know. And sometimes you'll get, as what people call swap fucked, and you won't be with people you know. And that's just how that works. And after a while, you might go for another swap after a couple more tribal councils. And we did. I think I went through 2 swaps. So 3 different tribes before hitting the merge, which I'll get to in a minute. So yeah, I think when we had 16 people left, when we got to 16 people left, we split off into 3 tribes. I think, we were split into 3 tribes of 5, and then 1 person, because we were obviously 16, isn't divisible by 3, isn't divisible by 5, sorry. The 16th person was sent to a thing called Exile, where they were separated from the tribes, and they would just join whichever tribe lost the next challenge. While at Exile, that person had a chance to gain advantages and things in the game. So it was kind of an advantage because you obviously got to try and get things that could help you out in the game down the line, but it was also a disadvantage because obviously you can't make those connections with people. Regardless, when we hit 12 people, so that was after 4 more tribal councils, we hit merge, and at that point it's every person for themselves. You go into individual immunity and you try your best to be the last person standing from there. You got to make the right connections and vote out the right people at the right times. And from there, that's how the game goes. And most of the time, from merge onwards, anyone who is eliminated from merge onwards gets put on this thing called the jury. The jury is who decides wins the game. Is who gets to decide who wins. The jury decides who wins the game at the end. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm not the best with my words. So I'm currently on the jury because I was out in 6th place, which means I made it pretty far. And yeah. So at the end of the day, there's I don't know how many people there are on the jury. It really depends, and how many people there are at the end also depends on the route that the hosts take. But for me, it's currently looking like there's going to be 8 jury members and 3 people at the end. That's currently how it's looking. Sorry, I've got to be a little careful here, because obviously we are in a mine shaft. Didn't even comment on that, I know, sorry. Okay. Just want to make sure that we're safe here. So yeah, the jury gets to decide at the end of the day who wins. At the final tribal council, when there's 2 or 3 people left, you get a chance to plead your case to the jury. Basically, you explain to them your game. You get to explain to them how well you played, how well you outplayed the people sitting next to you, how well you might have outplayed the jury as well, because obviously they got voted out. So you got to explain how good your game was to them. You got to explain your reasons for everything you did, which is all really cool. And after that, the jury gets to ask some questions to get some clarifications on things, and from there they can then decide on who they want to vote for to win. They all get 1 vote each, and at the end of it all, that's just too scary for me. And at the end of it all, the person who gets the most votes from the jury gets the title of sole survivor. In the text-based stuff, you don't. In the text-based or Minecraft stuff, you don't tend to get an actual reward for winning. It's just mostly for bragging rights and just for fun. But in the actual show, you get $1 million for winning. You get a nice sum of cash. Yeah, that's how survival works. There are some other things in the game that are important to think about as well. For example, when it comes to advantages, I talked about that earlier. One of the advantages you can get in the game is called a immunity idol, which you can play after the votes have been casted at a tribal, but before they're read. And if you play it, then all the votes casted against you are immediately negated. So, for example, you all go to cast your votes, but you feel like you're in trouble. You feel like that the tribe is voting you out. If you have an idol, you can play that idol, and from there, you can be, safe. Because if you play the idol, then anyone who voted for you, their votes are negated. Which is pretty cool. It's a very powerful weapon. It's probably the most powerful item in the game, in my opinion. There are also other advantages in the game. For example, some people get you can get a double vote advantage, which allows you to vote twice at a tribal council. You can steal a vote from people. That's another advantage. And there are a bunch of other ones that really just depend on the survivor you're playing and what the creators have in store. But yeah, that's Survivor basically. But in mine, I actually played a pretty good game in my opinion. I think out of all the Survivors I've played in the past, this is probably the best game I've actually played, at least socially. I think a lot of people seem to be scared of my social game, which is why I got blindsided in 6th place. And I definitely made a lot of mistakes, so there were definitely a lot of things. There were definitely a lot of mistakes I made throughout the game that led to my elimination. But at the end of the day, I also think I played pretty solidly. I think socially this was definitely my best performance in Survivor yet. I have won the text-based stuff before, but I don't think those wins were as deserved as I think this one would have been. Like, if I had gone all the way to win this game, I think it probably would have definitely been my my best performance. And definitely my most proud performance. But obviously, the game of Survivor is like one of the most unpredictable games ever. You really just can't tell what's going to happen. Just like, if you think... one thing I've learned is if you think you're safe, you're likely not actually safe. There are always people talking. Like, you could be having conversations with people, but you don't know who those people are also talking to. You don't know what kind of conversations those people are having. And that's the fun of it, because you got to try and stay on top of your social game. You got to make sure people trust you, and you got to make sure that they're not going behind your back to vote you out next, which is what happened to me. But in reality, it is a lot of fun. It is a super fun game to play, and I did really enjoy getting back into it, and I'd love to start playing more of them, even though it does have an effect on my anxiety quite a lot towards the end. But at the end of the day, I think that is that is the fun of it. Like, I think everyone experiences the same things. I think everyone experiences that kind of anxiety throughout Survivor, and I feel like I sort of lost my... Oh, that scared me. That's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my the brief history on Survivor. Blue! And next time, I guess we're going to go to the service and try and find our team. See you guys then. Bye. Check it out.